What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and great news coming out of Congress today for stimulus. And this is your stimulus and infrastructure bill update. Now, take a look, you guys. Headlines coming out like this today. This week, Congress is poised to go into December overtime, as we heard that this week was going to be the last week that the House and the Senate would be in session before going to recess for Christmas. And they're saying, nope, we're going to be staying an extra week in the House. And the Senate is saying they're willing to stay past Christmas, if necessary, to get everything done on their to-do list. And we're going to be going through all the items on that to-do list. And also, take a look at this. The Senate is set to vote on a bill barring Biden's vaccine mandate, likely to pass with Manchin's support. That is right. So we're going to be diving into all the details. New information coming out today as to how Congress will be staying to make sure they get everything done, including stimulus reconciliation. So you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up on the latest. And also, wanted to say thank you so much for all the support on that second channel, Steve Ram Finance, 1.24 thousand subscribers. Really excited about that channel launching here closer to the end of the year. If you're somebody interested in learning about personal finance or growing wealth, consider joining that channel. We're going to be talking about starting businesses, investing in real estate, stocks, all these things to help change people's financial situations. I think it's going to be awesome. Really looking forward to that. But you guys, let's dive into these articles and get you caught up on the latest. And let's start off first by smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to stay up to date. Totally free. Come join the viewing community. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But with that being said, guys, let's dive right into this article that came out today and let you know about Congress getting everything done this month. All right, you guys, so link in the description below to this article from The Hill that came out that says this week Congress is poised to go into December overtime. The article says that Congress is driving deeper toward the holidays as lawmakers struggle to make progress on a lengthy year-end to-do list. And as you know, they have to increase the debt limit. They also have to get done with the stimulus reconciliation bill, finish the defense bill, and also we have these vaccine mandates that they're trying to bar as well. Now, both the House and the Senate, they were scheduled to leave Washington, D.C. for the year end at the end of this week. Now, the House instead has formally added a week to its schedule, meaning the lower chamber will now start its break by December 20th, while senators are warning that they could remain in session right up until Christmas because there is so much to get done. Really, nobody should be taking recess right now. They gotta get this stuff taken care of. Now, Congress passed a short-term government funding bill last week. As you'll recall, we reported that to you as it's going to be funded out until February, averting temporarily a government shutdown, taking one item off of their to-do list, off of their plate. But it still faces a legislative slog that could eat up weeks of floor time, with negotiations continuing this week on a sweeping defense bill, President Biden's social and climate spending bill, and how to raise that debt ceiling. All right, so first up, and what most people want to know, here is where things stand with the Build Back Better bill, or that stimulus reconciliation, social spending bill, human infrastructure. Here is the latest. Well, Senate Democrats are continuing negotiations over Biden's Build Back Better legislation as they try to get it through the upper chambers in a matter of weeks. Senator Schumer has vowed that he wants to pass the bill by Christmas. It's an ambitious timeline given a packed year-end agenda and lining divisions within the caucus, and both Manchin and Kirsten Sinema have been privately skeptical that they'll be able to meet this self-imposed deadline. As we heard them say, we have a cause to pause, and we should take a step back and really consider this stuff before moving forward and adding even more so to this 31-year high of inflation. Now, in addition to negotiations with each other, Democrats are expected to keep meeting with the Senate parliamentarian as well. It's going to have a big part of this, Elizabeth McDonough, as she weighs in on whether or not pieces of the bill comply with rules that outline what can be included in the spending legislation, because it's being passed under budget reconciliation. So this is not the typical means by which they're trying to pass it. In the Senate, typically it needs 60 votes to pass. They're going to be doing this with a simple majority vote of 50-51, with also the vice president's vote to pass it through. But that literally means in a 50-50 Senate that they need every single Democratic senator on board to vote for it. Now, Democrats are waiting to find out if McDonough will sign off on their latest immigration plan, which would grant $6.5 million to foreign nationals a temporary parole status that would give them 5-year work and travel permits, while also ramping up meetings with her on healthcare provisions of the bill. So that's taking place with stimulus, but we also have them needing to pass the defense bill. Take a look. NDAA. The House is expected to take up the final deal on a sweeping defense policy bill this week after hitting speed bumps in the Senate. As we saw, it did not pass. Now, in a sign that House and Senate negotiators are close to a final agreement, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer put the National Defense Authorization, or the NDAA, on a schedule this week for a vote. So they're going to be taking care of this week, we're hearing. Leadership on the House and Senate Armed Services Committees have been informally negotiating a final agreement as the Senate has struggled to get its version of the defense bill across the finish line. The House passed its initial version of the NDAA in September, and typically the two chambers form a formal conference to work out the differences. Now, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has informally announced that he's pulling the Senate defense bill even if it pivots, but we will see, and I will keep you guys up to date here on the channel. And also, they're trying to get through this vaccine mandate. Take a look at this. Senate Republicans are set to net a temporary win on Biden's vaccine mandate for larger employers. After failing to block funding for the mandate as a part of last week's government funding bill, Senate Republicans are poised to force a vote this week to nix the Occupational Safety and Health Administration's rules under the Congressional Review Act. All 50 GOP senators have blocked the resolution, and Senator Joe Manchin became the first Democratic senator to say that he'll vote for it, giving the effort to roll back the mandate enough support to pass the Senate. So you guys, it looks like Republicans are going to be getting a win on this, blocking the mandate for vaccines for larger employers. And actually, here's a quote on what Senator Joe Manchin had to say. He said, "I do not support any government vaccine mandate on private businesses." Manchin said Thursday, after voting against the amendment of the government funding bill that would roll back public and private vaccine mandates. So let me know your thoughts, you guys. He is the one Democratic senator that seems to be going against the Democratic Party and almost siding with Republicans. I know a lot of people have called him a dino, Democrat in name only. Let me know your thoughts on Senator Joe Manchin. Do you support what he's doing, or do you think that he is just messing up everything for the Democratic Party? Let me know your thoughts. Now, in addition to that, they also still need to increase the debt ceiling as well, and we're hearing roughly the 15th of December is when we're going to run out of money, and we could potentially default. So we need to see something done with that right away as well. So a lot going on, but good news is that Congress is well aware of the fact, they're acknowledging the fact that things need to get done now, and they are officially going to be staying in session longer to make sure they get everything taken care of. So expect a whole lot this month happening in Congress. And you guys, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. And also, we're getting a whole lot of information coming in about state and city stimulus checks, as well as states and cities and counties are finally taking that $350 billion that came from the last stimulus package, the American Rescue Plan, and they're using it to pass their own individual stimulus packages, and in some cases, stimulus checks. And also, there is still a push for a fourth federal level stimulus check, especially right now as the Omicron variant is continuing to spread throughout the nation. And you guys, I will keep you up to date on all that here on the channel. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button. Just takes a second. Helps me out a ton here on the channel. Thank you so much. Leave your comments. Share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. If you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And consider joining the second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. But with that being said, guys, I hope this reaches you well. I'll keep you up to date as more information rolls out, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.